Hey guys, and welcome to a Wild Rift video where we're going to be comparing the mobile version, which is Wild Rift, against League of Legends, the PC version. What are the differences? What are the compromises? How will it vary when you pick up your phone and when you sit down on PC? Now keep in mind, Wild Rift will also be coming to console. This is confirmed, a 1-to-1 copy, so it'll be the same on mobile as well as console. So it's going to be interesting to see how it is, and I think some things are going to surprise you. Riot did an amazing job. Starting us off with the most obvious part, it's going to be the graphics. Wild Rift is wildly different than League of Legends on PC when it comes to the graphics. It's being remade from the ground up on a new engine, new animations, new effects, and you can see it here even in the heroes. Everything is different. A lot of people argue that the Wild Rift graphics are a ton better than the PC. I'm not too sure. I mean, it is coming to console, so I do wonder how it's going to look, let's say on a 4K TV in your living room. A lot of exciting things to come. Of course, when I get my hands on the game, hopefully sooner rather than later, I can do a 1-to-1 comparison of the games. But until then, just note the two versions are very different. The next change and difference is a lot more exciting. It is the difference in champions, and yes, there is quite a substantial difference in certain champions. For example, Nasus stacks way faster, TF is passive, gives him attack speed, allowing for completely different build paths, while certain other champions, such as Janna, are actually identical. So champions are very, very wild, like completely different. I mean, Misfortune, one of her point-and-click abilities is now a skill shot, so certain champions are going to feel and play very different than the PC counterpart, while with other champions they're completely playing ball with them. I mean, Shyvana is insane. This is confirmed, all said by Riot themselves. Depending on the dragon she kills, she gets a bonus. If she kills Inferno, she gets true damage. If she kills the Mountain Drake, she gets a slow on her bite. So Riot's going crazy on certain champions, and that's going to lead to a lot of hype for various different changes. Champ Select looks extremely similar, like basically copy-paste, except that champions showcase their abilities over on the right-hand side. Summoner spells perform the same way, and the numbers are all subject to change, but as of right now you can see that the cooldowns are significantly lower than on the PC version, which would make perfect sense. The rune system, on the other hand, has been streamlined for the mobiles version. You select a single keystone, as you can see tons that we know from the PC version, and then you select 3 subsequent runes just to supplement the major one. Something huge though is that there are new ones. As you can see here, something called Sweet Tooth gives you gold when you eat honey fruits, as well as something called Loyalty, which gives you and an ally boost in defense as long as you are close together.
Pick one and push forward. Defeat the enemy turrets and...
Alright, it's finally time to jump straight into the Wild Rift itself, and yes, it has a completely different name than Summoner's Rift, which is the PC map. On mobile, they're calling it the Wild Rift. Something huge is that the Wild Rift is actually smaller than Summoner's Rift, and I guess this is to help make the games shorter. Their goal is to hit about 15-minute match times compared to like 40 minutes on PC. Of course, we have the red buff, which gives you extra damage, but also evolves later for late game damage buffs. There's also the blue buff, the one and only, that gives you HP and mana regen, but later evolves and gives you late game regeneration. Don't know exactly what they mean by that, but man, that guy looks chunky. There's also the bloom, which scouts out the enemy. We know this from the PC version. Honey fruits, my personal favorite, but they work the exact same. The blast cones, which also work the exact same, which is very, very interesting. There's also the reimagined Nexus, which shoots lasers at you instead of having the defense towers. That's something, that's a discussion on its own. Of course, there is the dragons. It looks like all 4. I guess they'll give similar buffs. On top of which, there's the warding, which looks the exact same. I didn't expect them to change the warding system, and they didn't. It's a crucial part of the game, and it works just as so. Overall, as you can see, a lot of differences as well as a lot of similarities. Something very different is after 4 major jungle camps, you can level up your smite and either choose Chilling Smite or Challenging Smite instead of using the item route as we would on the PC version. Of course, here we're going to look at items. Numbers are subject to change, prices, stats, etc. However, you can notice there is a pre-order button in the bottom right, and Riot is big brain. This is because there is a quick buy pop-up menu over on the left-hand side. Let me zoom in for you guys to see it better. And this is so you can pre-order items, and when you back out from lane, you can just quickly touch on the screen the items you had pre-ordered once you have enough gold to buy them. This is huge brain for mobile platform. Something Riot said themselves is that a lot of the core items will remain the same. So Rabadon's is still your AP, crush 'em all type of items, while Trinity Force, you still build it on like someone like Jax to do tons of damage. There are new items like Fimbulwinter, which actually grants yourself a shield when you CC the enemy. Something super unique, however, is how you use active items. This is a video on its own, but try to listen carefully here. Basically, you have one active item that you link onto your boots as an upgrade. Meaning, let's say I need Sorcerer boots, I will upgrade into the Sorcerer boots, and then for 500 extra gold, you can then choose one active item to link to your boots. That's kind of confusing, but basically here Ashe bought whatever boots she wants, and she decided to link the Zhonya's effect into her boots, so now she has the Zhonya's icon to go ahead and click it to use the Zhonya's active. Like I said, one active per champion per game. It's a completely different system and just mind blown. Anyways, moving on to the main menu, not much to talk about. It's simple, clean, I like it. Applause to Riot Games here. You can just tell how easy it'll be to touch navigate it. In the top you can see friends, chat, etc, etc. Of course, if you go into the training, this kind of blew my mind. Riot is reimagined the whole training and is way more noob friendly and ready to hold the hands of tons of new players that will enter the League of Legends universe thanks to the mobile version. It looks like there's rewards, there's literally tutorials just to target lock, just to minion and turret buttons, just for portrait lock. Like, each feature has its own tutorial. That's amazing. Ranked is still hidden and locked behind curtains, but as far as I can tell for what they showed us, same ranks, you have gold, bronze, silver, same ranking up system, so that's in the game, which is very, very nice. And I guess last but not least would be skins. However, that wraps back around to the very first point. Just new graphics on the skin, new effects on the new engine, new animations, and man, these look good. I mean, Xin Zhao, right here, this skin, I own it on PC, and it doesn't look half as good as this, so take it as you will, but it's quite impressive. But that's it. That is a quick and very fast-paced video featuring all the differences between the Wild Rift and League of Legends on the PC platform. This is extremely hype, and I can't wait to play all the changes, different builds, strategies. Man, my mind is blown. Like, it's gonna be fun. But if you enjoyed the content, consider hitting that like button, maybe even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.